All right. Let's start with terraforming then, and then we can come back. I think that's going to be our formula for now, is terraform, and then we come back and work at the base. And then we'll keep doing that until we've terraformed enough to actually start the building side of things. One thing people say to do in Minecraft is like sketch out your builds. I'm just like, nah. Look at how flat it is over here. You can just see everything. Okay. I have no idea where, like, I'm even gonna go, you know? But, yeah. I was out on Monday because I was doing other stuff. Busy stuff in the life of Cattail. Don't worry about it, though. And, we're back here. We're back here. We got Minecraft. And trees that are like freakishly tall. Yeah. Also, welcome to September. Kind of crazy. But also not really. 2024 has been an interesting year. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say right now. Cattail Talks may be getting something soon. Maybe. The jukebox is getting up there in subscribers. We got like 70 right now. Or not the jukebox, the vault. The jukebox is around like 20 something, which is fine. Hi, MA. Things are going alright. Sleep has been a little bit off, but other than that, it's been pretty good. But new month, new goals. It's also my birthday month, which is cool. Not a very materialistic person, so I'm not big on the whole gifts side of birthdays, but you know, it's just cool. Therapist, psychiatrist for sleep? Nah. It's more so a thing that's just always happened. It's not like because of nightmares or anything, it's just because I can't sleep. Hey! You remember the Cattail birthday? Hey, let's go. Yeah, September 25th. which is a Wednesday, which means I'm not going to be streaming that day, so... Yeah. But, yeah, the sleep stuff's fine. It's whatever. You know, I just deal with it. And then, we got... What else do we got? There's nothing, like, huge happening this month. I'm gonna try and work on some stuff, but, we'll see how far we get in that department. Yeah. How you been, MA? Did you get rest last weekend? Stupid tree. We're making good progress on clearing stuff out, though. Black. Am I, like, sick or something? I don't think I'm sick. Nah, might just be, like, allergies or something. Who knows? But, yeah... Hey, wedding. Yeah, and it is never too late. I believe, MA. I believe. No, it's nice to have people supporting you. Just... Sometimes you just need somebody to tell you what you need to hear, you know? It's nice. And yeah, I'm glad you had a good time. And also, I'm a big fan of weddings, but that's mostly because I get to wear a suit. I like wearing a suit. I'm not the kind of person that would wear like a suit to work or anything, or work at like an office, but I do like wearing suits. They're fun. The only person you can let down is yourself. I mean, yeah. In a lot of ways, yes, but also, I think probably a better way to word that is that, you know, don't focus on what you're doing wrong. You know, it's okay to be disappointed, but you don't need to focus on it and move forward. I think saying that the only person you could disappoint is yourself is it almost makes it sound like you're going to disappoint yourself, which, yes, you're going to at some times, but also that's not exactly the positive messaging people need to hear. I don't know. That's just my read on it. Maybe you like the advice. How many weddings have I attended? A couple. Not many. Last one I went to was like my cousin's wedding, because it got delayed by a certain worldwide event. But, yeah. One of my favorite cousins, too. Oh. Okay, good, I didn't hit the pig. Back when I was in like 8th grade, I planned out my like whole high school years and everything, and then just like the rest of my life beyond that. And I'm just gonna say it, that didn't go to plan, like at all. My aspirations are set a little bit high, and also other things happened. But you know, setting goals isn't a bad idea. Just keep them realistic and realize that you're probably not going to achieve your goals right away. What plans did I have for high school? Well, one of the things is, let's just say I've been trying to write the same stupid book for like 5 years now. 6 years. Yeah. So that's just one little part of it. Making music and streaming were not part of my plans at all. Like, at all. None of it. Streaming was something I just decided to do on a whim. Like, I just felt like it one time. Like, it was just one night, January. I just felt like doing it, and here we are. Yeah, no. Deciding to start streaming was one of the most important and impactful decisions of my life. Because, well, I wouldn't have met you guys. A lot of other things wouldn't have happened. I probably would never have, like, done all the stuff I have with the music either. And a lot of things I've thought about would be a lot different. And also, streaming is like my excuse to play video games these days. I don't really play games that much off stream anymore, so who knows, like, how much different of a person I'd be, you know? Like, without this way to unwind, who knows? It wasn't part of the plan. It wasn't part of my aspirations or my dreams, but you know what? It was one of the most important things I ever did. I'm glad I started doing it. Oh, Nox Player? That's not a game, that's an emulator. Yeah. That's an Android emulator. Not a game. There's stuff I do on the Nox Player. Mostly like Plants vs. Zombies stuff, but yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of like random key things that happened in my life that are very difficult to kind of wrap your head around, because here's a little bit of Cattail backstory for you. So you probably know that the name Cattail comes from Plants vs. Zombies, but the story of how I found Plants vs. Zombies is really interesting, because I didn't have access to like iPads or anything, or a computer as a kid, right? Our family didn't have that, or at least none that I could use, right? I was lowest on the totem pole. I'm like the youngest. I didn't have access to this stuff, so how was I ever supposed to learn what the heck Plants vs. Zombies was, right? That's like a PC mobile game. Well, it was actually at school of all things. See, at the end of the year, there's something called the 8th grade carnival, where the 8th graders like host a giant event for all the other grades as like sort of a going away thing. And in that event, someone brought their PS3, and one of the games on the PS3 you could play was Plants vs. Zombies. Now, there were multiple games you could play. Most people just played the sports games because, of course, it's the sports games, whatever, I guess. But, it just so happens, when I decided to check out the room, like, I wasn't going to play any of the things because you needed to pay money to get tickets. There was this whole system thing. But, when I just so happened to wander into the room, I saw some other kid playing Plants vs. Zombies on the TV that they had set up and everything. Now, I was pretty young at the time, like, pretty young. I don't think I was even, like, 10 years old yet. No, I definitely wasn't 10 years old. So, you know, I see this game, I'm just like, that game looks fun. But I can't get that. I can't buy that game. We don't have a PS3. And, like, you know, I'd have to ask my parents for permission to buy it. So for like 2 whole months, the game sticks in the back of my mind. And I'm like constantly thinking about it. So then like one day at GameStop, like I finally get the courage to like ask my mom to buy the game for me. And as it turns out, well, we didn't really have a games console that the game was on. At least not at the time, anyway. But my mom just so happened to have an iPad. So she downloaded the game, she bought it, and we would play it together. And I kind of got, like, my other brother in on it a little bit, too. Now, my mom still plays the sequel, like, almost every day. And my name is based around that game. And that event had, like, so much impact on my life in so many different ways. Like, there's so many creative projects that came out of that. There's so many, like, other small things that came out of that. But, like, all of it stemmed because I just so happened to wander into the room at the exact time that this other kid chose to play that specific game, and that game stuck in my mind long enough to where I actually played it, and here we are today. The amount of coincidences that had to happen for it feels like that was just something that was meant to be, you know? At that point, it was just fate intervening. Because, yeah. It's one of those things I've never really thought about before, but the amount of coincidences and the amount of things that had to happen, and specifically the way they did for that story to take place, it's just, you know, every little thing can matter. You just never know if it's going to. And, you know, something as random as that had this much of an impact on my life, right? that other kid who was playing the game, they don't know I exist. But that action, like, it changed my life forever. And I think that's just really cool. I think that's just really cool. I don't know. Something about the whole interconnectivity of it. And I also think it speaks to how, you know, life-changing events don't need to be these big, grandiose things. It doesn't need to be like, you know, getting a house or a car or graduating from school. I don't even remember my graduation. Like, I didn't care. But I remember that. I remember that so much more because that's the kind of thing that had an impact on me and who I am. You know? Some other people may call that, like, or say, like, why? Why is that so important? But it is. You don't need to have a standard for things that are important to you. I think that's an important lesson. Most people didn't care about graduation? Probably not for our generation, no. Just because it was so messed up. Why is there a bee up here? But yeah. I mean, if you think about it, MA, what are the chances, right? That me, you, Fries, and Zyfe were all playing Among Us at the exact same time and just so happened to get in the same lobby. But that event was super important to all of us in varying degrees, I would say, but yeah, the chances of that. But I don't know. I think just none of this went according to plan, right? None of this was ever part of any plan. But the plans change, and life can throw you a lot of surprises, right? It's up to you what to make of them, I guess. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. I don't know what the moral is. Yeah, some people do things. Yeah. I mean, at the time, I took Among Us pretty seriously as well. But I definitely mellowed out about it, like, as we played more, because it just became fun. Game about hanging out, doing cool things, which was the appeal of Among Us in the first place. But yeah. Fun human interaction. Yeah, it's completely fair. Yeah. The pandemic was crazy for so many reasons. Kind of hard to believe it ended 2 years ago, but it did. A lot has happened since then, but Yeah, no. I also went through my depressive arc during the pandemic. And calling it a depressive arc is a very, like, light way to put it. But, yeah. Lots of character development happened. We'll call it that. But yeah, no. I think I'm just so much happier with who I am now, as opposed to who I was. Yeah, which I think trust really comes down to just I think loyalty and trust are very, very linked, in my opinion. I don't know. I think the more someone sticks by you and supports you, the more you can trust them, right? Because if someone doesn't support you or puts you down or disregards what you say or just acts ignorant, does things that do not align with your morals, it can be hard to trust them. And in turn, it's just an awkward time all around. Yeah. I do wish that people were nicer. But yeah, I've gone back and forth a few times about my overall opinions on humanity. But I think I'm just in a state of it is what it is, you know? There are good people, there are bad people. Most people just don't care. It is what it is. Yeah, no. There are people around you who you can't get away from that are being toxic to you. That's a very difficult situation to be in. Because it feels like you have no safe place. And feeling unsafe is not great for your mental state. Yeah. Library is your safe place? That's a good safe place. That's a pretty good safe place. Yeah. One thing I've found, though, is that the more you do things, the more energy you tend to have. Like, it's such a different experience waking up in the morning. Like at, I don't know, 5 a.m. sometimes for me, but generally a bit later. And being able to do stuff throughout the whole day. Like, it feels so much more productive. I don't know. Even when I'm tired, I kind of have to force myself to do stuff sometimes, and, you know, you have to force yourself to go to school when you're younger, and you end up getting through the school day just fine most of the time. So, there's a lesson to be learned in there somewhere. Like the fact that school sucks, but, there's another lesson to be learned in there somewhere. I don't know. Yeah. I guess a good way to put it is like the more you lie in bed, the more you want to stay. Don't let your emotions control your actions. That is true. That is true. That is a lesson I had to learn over many years. I still struggle with it sometimes, but I'm self-aware now, which is a huge step, you know? Acknowledging what isn't going well for you is basically just as important as, you know, acknowledging what is. Because you'll never improve if you don't know what to look for. Yeah. It's a hard lesson to learn, Emma. It's something that not only takes practice, but it takes, like, a lot of mental fortitude that you don't expect it to need. Like, it can come out of nowhere sometimes, but definitely you get better at it as you realize more about yourself. Yeah. Honestly, it's a lesson that's like almost impossible to master because there's just so much that goes on in life with so many different variables. And also you're expected to act some ways and you end up acting in others and you then things spiral. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. How to spot behaviors in toxic people. I'm not sure I can help with that a lot, but there's probably plenty of, like, there's definitely a lot of tells. I just don't know what they are myself either. I more so just go off like the gut feeling I get, but that's my way of doing it. And sometimes I can be wrong, both ways. Yeah, I know. I know you weren't exactly asking. Yeah. Manipulative association gaslighting causing emotions. Yeah. It can be hard to tell if you're getting manipulated sometimes, though. I try to be conscious of when I offer advice to not make it like a thing that I expect people to do. Just suggestions that they don't need to follow. I don't know. I don't want it to be like I'm telling people what to do, but I also don't want it to be like, you know, people are on their own. It's hard to show you care without, like, trying to be controlling, which is what a lot of people struggle with. Like, a lot of parents caring for kids are very controlling of them because they don't know that balance. I'm still trying to find it myself. But yeah. You know, that's a lesson they never teach you, is, you know, how to respect other people's trust. Maybe that's why it's so hard to form connections with people, because nobody's really ever been taught how to maintain connection. Because, like, people can make mistakes like that, and a lot of the time they do it on accident, or they didn't mean to do it. It's just, yeah, it's unfortunate. Water break. Terraforming's going good though. That's completely on your end. I think that whole response of being like, you don't have a job, like, I don't think that's a very old-fashioned response that just doesn't really work in this day and age anymore. I don't know. Like, that situation makes me feel like awkward and embarrassed for you, MA. Like, being put in that situation just sounds bad, right? No one should ever put you in that situation. Societal expectations kind of cringe. That just kind of sucks, MA. Yeah. Oh, Jones went away from us. Yeah. I definitely think that the generational disconnect can be pretty harsh, especially these days. Because things are just so different now. And a lot of people don't realize just how different they are. You know, MA, that's completely fair. I think something I've luckily not had to experience in my life that much, but something I've definitely learned just overall is that family does not make an instant connection, I guess, is the way to put that. Having supportive family is, of course, amazing, but sometimes family ties are very loose. Yeah, no. They are not entitled to anything. I think the thought of parents who expect their children to do things for them, like because they raised them, is a very slippery slope for me. Like, obviously, I don't know, like there's some merit to that, but at the same time, they were a child. They didn't exactly ask for anything that they received. At least in a general sense. They might ask for, like, toys or something, or experiences, but, like, you get what I'm saying. Yeah, no. Yeah, here's a question. Like, would you defend a criminal, like, knowing they committed a heinous crime because they're your family? Like, would you do that? Something you morally disagree with, something you're not comfortable with, would you do it anyway because they're family? I think that's one of the important questions that people should ask themselves. If you say it depends on the crime, then that's the smart answer. But most cases would be a big no. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the comparison's a little extreme there, but I think it gets the point across in some capacity. Yeah, like, if you don't agree with someone or the things they do, why should you have to go along with it because they're your family, right? Like, crime is just a major example of that. But say, you know, someone is ruder to young generations, or maybe they're, like, transphobic or something. Are you going to be transphobic just because your family member is? Of course not. You're your own person. Your response was cold. I mean, maybe in delivery, but in intent, it's perfectly justifiable, right? And also, some people are just more sensitive than others. Like, if you know anything about the internet, you've seen just how sensitive some people can get over nothing. So, you can't please everyone. I definitely think people need to, I don't know, just, like, be a little bit stronger in terms of, like, I don't know the best way to phrase it, but it's like they need to be more accepting of how other people think and act. They need to be more aware of that, and more in tune emotionally with how other people are feeling, because you can't form connection if you're just pushing what you believe onto others. That's like, no. And like, part of that, I guess, is like societal expectations and whatnot. It's the way you know how to do it. Why wouldn't it be the way they know, right? Yeah, no. Respect is a mutual thing, right? Respect has to go both ways. Which is also why I don't get why people always like talk down to children and think they're idiots, but that's a discussion for another day. Yeah. I don't know. Honestly, I think like the homophobia, transphobia argument is like the biggest one in terms of why you shouldn't just blindly listen to what your parents or ancestors tell you what to do, because they don't always know best. And they don't know you as a person. Like, how many people have very strict families to the point where they're afraid of expressing who they truly are around them because they could be shunned? It's just... it's something so easily preventable, yet the older generations just don't understand that they're in the wrong. Yeah. See, honestly, in my opinion, the biggest step towards like maturity one can take is to acknowledge that they can be wrong. And to realize that what they think is not what everyone else should think. And I think that's also very, and it's an interesting thing to think about in terms of like adults as well, because a lot of adults just think they're right. Yeah, see, I like the unfiltered MA. You know, there's some moments where I'm like, you know, maybe I don't agree with you 100% MA, but I'm also like, you're your own person with your own experiences, and that's okay. You know? We don't need to agree on everything. That's not how people work. The fact that we can get along despite that, or even sometimes because of that, that's mutual respect. I like the unfiltered ending. Do I come off blunt? I think yes, but not in a forceful way. More so in a, you know, you speak your mind kind of way. It's not really a negative connotation. I don't want there to be a negative connotation to being blunt here, because I don't think there should be one. I think it's more so that when you speak your mind, you speak like what's directly on your mind without sugarcoating it. But you also tend to be careful about what specifically on your mind you speak about. So it's not that you're insensitive. It's just that when you speak your mind, you speak directly what you're thinking. At least that's how I see it. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's also hard for some people to like gauge intent with what other people are saying. Not everyone can understand, you know, how another person might be thinking or feeling at a time, so maybe they just don't get what you're thinking or feeling, and they feel, since they're focused on how they feel, they're kind of projecting it onto what you're saying. I don't know. Yeah. Hey, it's a new moon. Look at that. I want to be done with this whole like cliff section because it's just annoying dealing with the overhang. Also, despite the fact that this song is supposed to be the original version, not only is it not the complete original version, but also I kind of want to change it anyway to fit more in line with the structure of the other ones. I don't know. Maybe I'll change the name from original to classic, and then... yeah, that's probably a good idea. Terraforming takes so much time. Why is terraforming just taking so much time? You know, I called this one around the base. I haven't been around the base. Hello. Yeah. No. Talking with people is always good. Even if sometimes I feel like I just don't want to, you know, talk with anyone because I just want to be alone at the time. But being alone can also be lonely, which is the point, but... yeah. Paradox of social interaction. I'm gonna head back. Yeah, I think... I kind of want to finish this section. I'm gonna finish this section. But yeah. Force yourself to talk to people when you're feeling sad. Yeah. See, if that's just the way you like it to express your emotions, then that's how you express your emotions, you know? Different for everybody, but talking to people can help. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Some people can take things the wrong way. I try to... One thing I found is I try to give everyone the benefit of the doubt when I, like, you know, talk to them or hear them out or something. It's just... I don't know. I don't even know everybody's, like, tragic backstory or everything, but, knowing that people are saying things because of a reason, that helps me get less frustrated with them, I think. But that's just me. There are definitely some people you shouldn't give the benefit of the doubt to, especially if you've been burned before. But, yeah. I will say most people don't care if you're employed or not, especially not these days. I definitely think in this day and age, being able to be nice to people is not only somewhat unexpected, sadly enough, but will also just help people have a better day. Sometimes, like, a random comment on a video will just make someone smile, you know? Or maybe they got told congratulations for an achievement or something by a completely random stranger. But it's those things that people tend to remember. I don't know. If you've ever, well, I guess just you can probably know this just by how people generalize other people, but someone will tend to frame a group of people within context of just one individual in that group they've met, right? You're just like, oh, these kinds of people are nice. You met like one person of that type that was nice, but like that's what they remember. They form their opinions based on the actions that you took, and that's for better or worse, I guess. But actions do speak very loud. Yeah, setting boundaries is definitely important. Ow. And the ability to acknowledge that you need to set boundaries is also important. It'll be difficult to realize that you do need to set boundaries sometimes. Because, you know, sometimes you just feel like you're expected to tell these certain people everything. Or that you need to do this with certain others. Yeah, that's true. I mean, you're not like legally obligated to engage in any conversation, except like in a court or something, but even that's not really a conversation, but yeah, no. Sometimes you just don't want to talk, and people gotta respect that. Yeah. Sometimes it's just a social cues thing and people don't understand that. Especially common with children or people with, well, certain mental conditions. I'm not sure on the specific list, but sometimes people just don't know better. But their ability to acknowledge whether or not they don't know better. That's important. That's on the fault of your parents for not being able to read social cues. Or I guess they are reading the social cues, they just don't like what those cues are saying. Yeah, that's their fault there. Not liking how someone else feels is a slippery slope, we'll say. That's putting it nicely, but yeah. you read in front of them? I mean, if they're trying to talk to you and you pull out a book and start reading in front of them, that can be seen as rude, but also at the same time, if they refuse to leave you alone, that's you sending a blatant message that you're trying to kill the conversation and don't want to talk to them anymore, especially if they aren't taking no for an answer. So in that case, retaliation in such a fashion is perfectly acceptable. Because if they aren't going to take a hint, then maybe they need, like, a little bit more of a hint. Yeah. Yeah. It's not personally something I would do, but I'm also a pushover, so... You know. You probably know things I don't, so... Yeah. That's probably like the, that's probably like the safest way to do that, MA. At least from what I can think. Because you're not, like, outright denying them, but you're also making it clear that, you know, the conversation isn't really something you want to be having. So then it's up to them to respect you and your wants and desires to end the conversation. I mean, if the conversation isn't vitally important to literally, like, you know, if it's not something like, oh, you know, we're going on a trip and you need to tell us exactly what you need, then, like, you know, if it's just like, oh, this thing happened, and then this thing happened to me, and then, oh, this happened. It's just like, sometimes you don't care. A lot of the times you don't care, actually. And if they don't realize you don't care, then, well, that just makes things hard. Yeah, no. Starting to read in the middle of someone talking is like the most ballsy move you could ever make. Like, that's like so blatantly rude, but also, like, on some level that's kind of funny. I'd never do it, and I don't expect you would do it, because, you know, you're not blatantly rude, but... I don't know, I think there's something funny about that. That would make, like, a funny skit in something, actually. I'll keep that one in the back of my head for, like, comedy reasons. Yeah. Trying to maintain a conversation you don't want to have is one of the hardest skills. A lot of the times, it's just not worth it. See, you never realize just how much of, like, interacting with people comes down to social cues and being able to understand, like, what they are thinking at that time. Because sometimes people don't want to talk to you and they just don't want to talk to you because they're in a bad mood at that particular time. And sometimes they don't want to talk to you because they're really uninterested in what you have to say. And making the distinction between the two can be very difficult. My nose is itchy. Yeah. It can be hard with social cues sometimes, even if you've been on the other side of it. You know? The best thing you can do is acknowledge, you know, maybe this person doesn't want to talk, and then walk away after that. That's the best thing you can do in situations like that. Admit mistake, move on. Good life lesson in general, actually. You know? The fact, though, that you can admit that you made a mistake and admit that you should have left them alone, MA, that makes you a good person. Look at that. Well, you made a mistake, but you know you made a mistake and you are looking forward, or not really looking forward, but you're more than prepared to not make that mistake again. At least not on purpose. I think something extremely interesting is that the more you look at the world around you, the more you realize that a lot of people that you would assume are mature just aren't. Because maturity is nothing to do with age. Same thing with wisdom. Like, the whole with age comes wisdom thing? No, they made that up. That was like the old wizard people making that up as propaganda to make themselves look cool. Because they had dementia. No, complete lie. Yeah, no, it's normal to make mistakes several times, MA. But the fact that you can acknowledge you're making mistakes and are still working to improve, that's the difference right there. That's the key difference. Making mistakes is natural. It's even good. Because you get to learn. So long as you know it was a mistake, and you know what you gotta improve on, then there's no reason to be super upset. I will say, though, there's a difference between a mistake and a crime. Crimes are not mistakes most of the time. Like, only some are considered mistakes, and those have the word accidental in their name. So, you know, committing crimes, that's not exactly a mistake, but most other things qualify as mistakes. In games, you don't know what mistakes you're making. Well, that's probably because the game was not explained to you, or certain things just were not explained. You lack knowledge to know if you're making a mistake. That's probably the number one cause of mistakes, is lack of knowledge on something. And whether that's your fault for skipping the tutorial or the game's fault for not giving a tutorial in the first place, well, it doesn't really matter. At least in isolation, it doesn't matter. Systemically, it does, but difficult for you to pinpoint mistakes you're making. Fall Guys doesn't even have the tutorial. And also, you were playing with a trackpad. You were literally, like, under-equipped for the game. And the game didn't really tell you what to do. I remember Zyph and I had to explain, like, how multiple games worked to you because the game does such a bad job with it. And even then, we, like, got some things wrong, because the game told us wrong things. And if we were getting things wrong, we were teaching you the wrong things, and then it just spirals from there, and it's like nobody's having a good time. Man, being able to fly with a trident is so good. Tridents are so based. Alright, actually, let's fly over here first so I can sell some stone. These guys really not refresh their trades. Twitch kicked you out. Twitch being lame again. Twitch, what's wrong with you? You know, I've never really thought about switching to YouTube, but like, I don't know. Twitch is, I mean, YouTube isn't exactly much better, but Twitch has been dropping the ball recently. It's making me upset. Yeah. So the thing is that we're all different in many, many ways, but we're also all more similar than we like to tell ourselves. You know, it's, I think in a lot of ways, like, it's the similarities that help us find each other. But it's the differences that actually bring us together. I don't know. Maybe I got it backwards, but... we all still have a lot to learn about life. But, it's not a bad thing. Yeah. Finding that balance can be very difficult. And also, you may not even know what the balance is because you're just not used to it. You don't know what you want sometimes. Actually, a lot of the time you don't know what you want. I mean, that's just how we are. Social connection is one of the hardest things about being who we are. Because it's something we all need, but it's also something that's difficult for everybody, to varying degrees. The question of why has not been answered by anyone. So it all comes back to that same question. Black. But we're in the base now. Look at us go. We're so fast. We're like zoom. I don't know why I'm like this, but I am. Look at how much stone I have. Oh my god. need another storage room. Okay. Dirt. Glass goes in here. Alright. To the dirt storage. Away. Oh, and the gravel storage. Yeah, this is the right one. Boom. Okay. I'm gonna get some carpet. What carpet colors do we even need? I think we need pink. Okay, let's grab some pink. Where's black? Where's black? Black. Purple. We don't need gray. We may need cyan. We can grab the lime and the green, bring those with us. Okay, it's one up. Okay. We do need some of this. Still need more. Look at that. We're gonna need a lot of orange. That's light blue, not cyan. There's plenty of lime. I don't remember what color that is. That might be green. So we need light blue, orange, a lot of orange. Oh. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Okay, so we need a lot of light blue, white, green, orange. We could also take some magenta. Okay, the pink can go back. White. Light blue. Green. I'll hold on to the lime. And maybe the pink as well. Hold on. Let's just patch in some of this first. Yeah, there we go. All nice and done. Okay. I left the purple. Should have brought the purple. Well, I'm smarter. Is that right? That doesn't feel right, but it looks right. It is right. Okay. Okay, I can drop off the line, pick up the purple. we didn't need the pink. We might need the pink. We don't need the cyan, though. Come on. Doing the carpet on the second floor, just very aesthetic though. It's like good to make the base seem more complete. I don't even have enough blue to do the other thing. I'll do all of it because we need to do the other side as well. Two more. And I'm left with exactly one. Ironic. Well, perfect amount. Now we just need some purple and blue. Blah. Purple, blue, and yellow. I'm just like patrolling now. Gonna keep this on me. Put that back. I'll keep this on me. The orange back. We definitely need all the blue wool we can get, I think. Green, pink. Yellow. Which we need, and what was the other one? Did we need lime? I don't think so. Purple. Magenta can go back. Pink. Cyan. Light blue. Green. Okay. Boom. Just like a few more. All right. Feels so much better actually having everything. Okay. You know, I have no idea what any of that means. I'm gonna check everywhere just in case. East wing, check. North wing, check. South wing, check. And west wing, check. Alright. We got all this carpet. Look at all this varied carpet right here. Yellow, white, black. The banners definitely add a bit of color. Okay. I think we need to add another storage room for our stone, though. Which you just know is going to take a while. I want to clear out some of this before I go on my great journey. By that I mean I'm just gonna go to the basement and mine out some more area. right. $31 blocks of coal. Not bad. Look at all this copper, though. Those two. This is going to be 5. I think. I'm actually not sure how long it has to be. Three, 4, and 2. The FOV. Where to put the back? Is it still up there? I think it's still up. That. All right. What's this one gonna be? Stone storage. The FOV is messing me up so bad. The FOV is messing me up so much. Okay. Yeah. I need to now calculate sizes. Three. All right. Okay, here we go. I just need this to be done so I can actually start working. Wow, one into another, it actually kind of flows. My hands are starting to get cramped. Just need all this. No more haste. Which fixes my FOV but makes me mine slower. Do I like that trade-off? You forget how good a normal FOV is until you don't have it. Torches. Go. Having to move my fingers a lot on the keyboard, like, rapidly in order to cover everything, not great for my hands, you know? Look at us go. Hi, Emma. Were you just like hanging out? Yeah. Okay, I need to go check the other place to see. Yeah. Lurkin. Yeah. I need to check this place over here to see how the storage works. Okay, 4. This is aligned with that. Okay. And then space of 4. I got it. I got it. Go. Shelf space acquired. Let's just keep going. Ignore the loud car outside. Drag racing or whatever they do. I don't know, and I don't really care. Gotta pick up all this cobble. I'm already full. Are you kidding me? What? Big death over here. Yeah. Thanks, Emma. I'm gonna need more birchwood. I'm actually gonna need more birchwood. That's kind of crazy. Bruh. This FOV is fantastic. Okay. Nope. This goes here. Axe can go there. First, let's go deposit the gravel. Okay. Gravel storage is here. Does this have gravel? Okay, gravel here, and gravel here. There we go. Diorite, andesite, granite. Put away the coal. Stone. Now we gotta go over here. Look at that. All that copper. Okay, to the pumpkin farm we go. a lot of blocks of iron. And a lot of poppies. All right. Okay. We'll grab some more. There we go. All repaired. Okay, before I can even continue doing that, I actually need to go cut down some trees. Tree time. The nice thing about birch trees is that they're very easy to cut down. I'm just gonna cut trees until I have to fill my inventory slots. Then I will head back, and everything will be good. Best thing about this that's going to start giving a clearer view of the statue. Kidding me? So many trees to cut down. Okay. Come on. almost there. Alright. Statue's way over there. Ow. But now we can return. Alright, we're back. We don't let iron. Back down. Yeah. I think we're back. And this will be for other stuff. Oh, we need to grab these things. MA, I think that's a losing battle for you. Okay. You know, this reminds me, I need to take the Falls Trilogy out of rotation. Alright, gotta keep going. Wait, what? I literally broke into the... Wow, I didn't... Okay. I didn't know I could do that. Interesting. Okay, what that means is that this room is going to be smaller than I thought. And we're going to need to plug in a lot of this. I need to go grab some stone. The chat being split into multiple minds is a very usual thing in larger chats, MA. It's good that you're able to distract them from what the argument was or whatever. Valuable lesson I learned from Fries is that food is a great distractor. does food unite all of us? Because it's a common experience between everybody. That'd be my biggest guess. Like, I'd wager 99.9% of people have had food before. Probably a bit higher of a percentage than that, but like, you know, most people have eaten before. Okay, ethical question time. Does a dead person still count as a, like, person for the purposes of something like this discussion? I guess not really an ethical question, more so like just a discussion to have. Like, do people no longer with us count towards statistics like that? Or... like, I don't think the percentage would change that much, but, like, do they count? They've never eaten food. Well, the percentage would be the amount of people who have eaten food. So if you disqualify all the people who haven't eaten food, the percentage is just going to be 100%. Which is funny, but it's not exactly what we're going for. There wasn't even enough chests. I don't know how you could get canceled for this MA. It's not as if you're wrong. I don't know, I'll go to bat for you. Tell people to suck it up and stop trying to be special little snowflakes. Also, MA, if one of us is going to get canceled, it's going to be me. Like, it's not even close. So much stone. Alright. Gotta transport all this stone, and then I'm gonna end it there. One down. First chest filled. That's 2 down. Three down. Second chest filled. 4 down. Third chest filled. And this should be it. Alright, all the stone has been moved. Let's go. A third storage box has been added. Until next time, Cattail, signing off. Bye.